Previously, when Callia met Shyman in the Imperial Garden, she ambiguously questioned if he still did not like children, at which Shyman declared that he hated them and would never like them in the future. He then perplexedly asked why she was bringing that up all of a sudden. Pissed, Callia reflected that she had to ask, as she was pregnant with his child. Later, when Callia's junior, Captain Brick desperately begged her not to retire from her post so soon, Callia got heavily irritated at his tantrum, which caused her to furiously tear the sofa on which she was sitting. But somehow, she maintained her composure and assured Brick that she was just taking a one-year leave. And as he took his leave with a crestfallen expression, Callia dressed beautifully in her newly bought dress for her trip to her hometown, reflecting that she needed to leave the capital before Shyman arrived from his training. So, let's dive into the chapters 12 to 14 of the manhwa, The Baby Isn't Yours. As Callia exits the capital and arrives in the countryside, which is her hometown, she passes through an old and dirty alley, sadly reflecting that it's been 8 years. And at noting the condition of the place, she criticizes the local government for managing it very badly. Suddenly, Callia commands Gallas to stop the carriage in the alley for a while. At complying, Gallas quickly halts the carriage at the side of the road. And as Callia steps down from the carriage, she glances towards a specific corner of the alley. With a serious gaze, she recalls her childhood memory full of dreadful experiences that she spent around this dirty alley. She adds that saving Shyman in this alley in childhood is as fresh in my mind as it was yesterday. She then wonders how the hell she survived in that dark alley without food and clothes. However, Gallas interrupts Callia's thoughts, reminding her that they must leave soon or she will be late for her appointment. To this, Callia thanks Gallas for informing her about the time, requesting her to move out from the alley as soon as possible. Later, as they arrive at a famous cafe, which is their meeting place, Gallas delivers a furious expression, stating that the other party has not come yet. Noting this, Callia questions if Gallas knows the person's name whom they are going to meet, at which Gallas responds that she doesn't know. Suddenly, Callia shifts her gaze to a little boy who is sitting beside them and looking towards them secretly. At getting caught, the boy swiftly droops his face in embarrassment. At finding the boy's face cute, she wonders if this cute kid is the cafe owner's son. She then prays to God to make her baby as cute as this boy. Nevertheless, the owner arrives and apologizes to Callia for her son's unwanted presence, informing that he loves to sit at that table. Hearing this, Callia delivers an angelic smile, expressing that she has no problem at all as the boy is so cute. And as the owner asks for their orders, Callia requests 2 glasses of fruit smoothies for them, and a plate full of slices of each type of cake they have for Gallas. Some time later, the owner decorates the table with delicious cakes and pastries. Gallas, without any delay, attacks the foods and starts to enjoy it with full satisfaction. Meanwhile, Callia feels bad observing the cute boy's watering mouth at the sight of the lemon cake on the table. The boy flinches clearly when Callia asks if he would like to have a slice of that cake. Embarrassed, the cute boy lowers his face again and mentions that his mom will scold him if she finds out this. He adds that his mom told him not to bother the customers, especially ordering him not to talk with them. Observing crayons and a drawing pad, Callia asks if the boy will draw a picture for her. To this, the boy eagerly agrees and discloses that he dreams of becoming a promising painter in the future. Callia offers the lemon cake slice, stating that she will give it to him as a reward for the picture. Determined, the cute boy gears up with crayons and begins to draw Callia's face. And as he completes the picture, he quickly presents it to Callia. Callia gets delighted at seeing her cute face drawn by the boy, expressing that he is really talented. As promised, she slides the lemon cake slice to the boy, thanking him for making her day happy. But before the boy can enjoy the cake, a loud commotion from some illiterate thugs can be heard in the distance. Hearing this, Gallas worriedly inquires about the fuss. Meanwhile, Callia transforms her motherly demeanor into a strict commander's stance. Dear viewers, apologies for the interruption. If you're genuinely enjoying the content on this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe icon with all notifications, since this little support of yours will help this creator continue delivering high-quality work to brighten your day. And take a moment at the end of the video to leave a comment, sharing your thoughts on the content. Your feedback means a lot. Now, let's not take up too much of your time and jump back into the story. The thugs are harassing the cafe's owner, yelling if her shop doesn't have tequila, it is her responsibility to buy and sell it. The boy gets frightened at witnessing his mother surrounded by the illiterate thugs. With a menacing smile, the thug leader declares that even if the guards come, they will still mess up with her and her shop. However, a gentleman shouts at the thugs from behind, inquiring what the hell they are doing. And as the gentleman approaches them, ordering the thug leader to release the owner, a thug lands a heavy blow on the gentleman, suggesting him to leave immediately if he values his life. Whereas, the thug leader prepares to punch the mother's face, shouting for her to bring them alcohol. But before he can damage the mother's beautiful face, Callia comes in her defense and quickly grabs the thug's hand and starts to crush his bones, causing him immense pain. and as he manages to release himself from her grip, the thug comments on whether the women around the house are not afraid of bad people, noting their blabbering. Gallus starts to sweat, wondering if Callia will just break their limbs or kill them. Angered heavily, the thug leader starts to threaten Callia. In response, Callia stealthily throws a fork, which pierces the thug's skin, causing him to shout in pain. Maintaining his composure, the leader commands his gang to kill Callia and the mother and to destroy the cafe. At complying, the thugs spring towards Callia at once with full speed. Standing calmly, Callia reflects that the security inside this town is really bad, and as she clenches her grip on the bamboo fan, she adds that she will check the guards after teaching these thugs a proper lesson. Some minutes later, all the thugs lie on the floor after receiving a proper treatment. Meanwhile, Callia stands completely unharmed, declaring that compared to talking nonsense, the thugs are so weak. She then shifts her predatory gaze at their leader, and by delivering lethal slaps on his face like a strict teacher, she informs him that when someone hits others, they must be prepared to be hit themselves as well. Noting this, Gallus swiftly covers the boy's eyes, stating that good kids should not see this. Scared like a cat, the leader asks if Callia is a girl from the wind-haired mercenaries. Hearing this, Callia approaches him and threatens him to go out and calls the guards if he is scared. As if he is not, she would not let him run away and will throw into a place from which he will never get out. This declaration prompts the leader to run towards the door like a puppy who needs to pee desperately. However, Callia picks up a wine bottle and launches it in his direction, declaring that she is not going to let him run away in comfort. And as the leader crashes to the floor, Callia states that just because there's a child present, she wants to avoid bloodshed. Meanwhile, the boy runs towards his mother and embraces her tightly. And as he inquires if she is all right, the mother responds that she is fine, stating that he must have been scared. At noticing the boy's swollen face from crying, Callia wonders if she should kill those bastards outside. Determined, she tightly holds Gallus's hand and starts to move outside. Yet, Callia halts and reflects that instead of leaving hastily, she should at least comfort the mother for a while. She expresses her apologizes to the mother for making her cafe a complete mess. To this, the mother states that Callia doesn't need to worry, as those thugs were the wrong and she only saved their lives. The mother then shifts Callia's attention to the gentleman, mentioning that they should be worried about the doctor. Perplexed, Callia questions if that gentleman is a doctor, to which the mother affirms and informs that the doctor said that he would come today to meet a medical patient. Hearing this, Callia glances at the fainted doctor and eventually remembers that he is Dr. Alan Macker, her personal doctor. Later, as Callia places Alan inside her carriage, she approaches the mother and her son, and by picking up the same picture, she states that she bought it from the boy, so she is taking it along with her. This act by Callia brings a beautiful smile to the cute boy's face. She halts suddenly and inquires about the boy's name, and as the boy answers that he is Clark, Callia comes to her knees, expressing that if he wants to protect his mother, he has to either become smart or become strong. And despite she doesn't know how to be smart, she can tell Clark how to be strong enough not to be beaten by bastards like before. She then slides her face near him, asking if he wants to learn how to fight. To this, Clark swiftly nods his head, indicating that he wants to learn. Noting this, Callia asks him to go to Taken Knight Academy and tell them that she sent him to enroll in the children's curriculum. Confused, the mother wonders about Callia's identity, as Taken Academy is not a place anyone can simply go. Further, Callia explains that the class time there is quite long, asking if Clark can bear to stay away from his mother for a long time. Listening to this, Clark pleads with his mother that he wants to go there. And as the mother asks if he can really stay away from her for a long time, Clark assures his mother and declares that he will become a strong man. By caressing his head, the mother states she will pick him up at the end of the hour. Suddenly, Callia mentions that she is going to talk specifically about Clark at the academy. But before she can finish, the mother embraces Callia tightly and expresses her deep gratitude to Callia for helping them despite being strangers. And as the mother steps back, she asks Callia for her address, as she wants to send her a thank you letter. Blushing heavily, Callia informs her that if Clark doesn't do well, they will let him go without hesitation. Later, as Callia begins to take her leave from the cafe, Clark refers to her as Big Sister, requesting her to visit them very soon. As we wrap up today's segment, thank you for being with us until the very end. I'll be sharing fresh videos of this manga and exciting new series every weekend. Your support is invaluable, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Your encouragement keeps the channel thriving, and I appreciate it immensely. Until next time, take care and goodbye.